Hey guys, it's your favorite Chef Jess and welcome back to my channel, The Journey. If this is your first trip with us, grab a seat, buckle up, and enjoy the ride. Straight to that subscribe button, then honk that notification bell so you'll know exactly when the next journey will begin. Today's recipe, guys, is a definite traditional New Orleans delicacy. Boudin, of course, with my own little twist. So as they say in NOLA, laissez les bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. First, we're going to start by slicing 1 pound of cleaned and trimmed pork shoulder into small cubes. To this, we're going to add 4 ounces of clean chicken livers. I soaked mine in water with lemon juice and vinegar for about 20 minutes. This takes away that off-putting minerally taste that's usually associated with liver. Along with, you see, I added 2 tablespoons of that good old Emerald's Cajun seasoning with 2 tablespoons of black pepper, 2 tablespoons of salt, and 1 teaspoon of chicken bouillon. I'm also going to add 1/4 of an onion diced, chopped, roughly, and about 1 celery stalk. Then we're going to mix well together until your spices are evenly distributed over the meat. You're going to let this mixture sit for a minimum of 2 hours. I'll let mine refrigerate overnight, and then I'm going to place this into a deep pot with 4 cups of water. Bring this to a boil, then reduce the heat to a simmer for about 1 hour or until the pork is fork tender. We're going to remove the meat from the liquid, but reserve that stock. We're going to use that later on. Off camera, I cooked some Cajun rice. So we're going to add the rice along with our meat mixture to a blender and pulse this about 3 to 4 times or until that meat breaks apart really nicely. Then we're going to put this in a bowl and set it aside. And continue doing this process until all your meat is ground. If you stick to this recipe, you'll have more rice than you'll have meat. That's a good thing. You're going to need that. So you're going to add the remaining rice to the bowl and we're going to mix this up. I'll put the amount of rice that I used in the link in the description bar below, along with the recipe, of course. After the rice is well incorporated, we're going to ladle in 6 ounces of the stock we reserved from the meats into the rice mixture. You want it to form a semi-firm paste, then refrigerate it for about an hour, or until the mixture is cool enough to handle. Now we're going to form this rice and meats mixture into balls. I used a standard ice cream scoop, cut it in half, and then rolled it into balls. Pause. Get your mind out the gutter. We're going to set this aside and continue with the rest of the mixture. This batch will make about 12 boudin balls. You're going to go ahead and set up your breading station using separate bowls of each flour, eggs, and breadcrumbs. You're going to season each component using Cajun seasoning because, as Emerald Lagasse used to say, I don't know where you get your flour from, but where I get mine, it don't come seasoned. In this order, you're going to roll your balls, first into the flour, then the eggs, and finally the breadcrumbs. Refrigerate this for about 20 minutes to let the breading set up, and then we're going to get ready to fry. In a deep pot, we're going to heat up our oil to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to fry our boudin for literally 1 minute. Y'all, these don't take long at all. After they're done, you're going to pull them out and drain them on either a rack or use my little ghetto technique and use a paper napkin. Either way, it's all ready. Let them cool down and it's ready to serve and eat. Hey you guys, welcome back. And as you can see, we made these delicious Boudin Bites today. Boudin Bites, as you guys saw, is a mixture of pork and chicken livers I use, which normally I don't like chicken liver, but in Boudin it actually works really well. And we fry them up with a nice Cajun seasoning. It's actually a recipe that's coined kind of like the New Orleans area in the south of the United States. So I mean, it's delicious, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I've had it the first time in a restaurant, actually in Alabama, and it was so good. And I was like, you know what? I have to recreate this recipe. I have to bring it home and try it. I can't exactly remember the name of the restaurant that we went to, but I will link it down in the description box below, because when I tell you that this place is really good, it's off the chain. And normally, I mean, sometimes being from New York, I'm a little bit spoiled when it comes down to restaurants and like different cuisines. So when I do catch a good one in Alabama, trust me, I jump on it. All right, so let's get into trying these Boudin Bites. I want to put a little bit of lemon on the top of mine. And I also did a spicy remoulade, so these things are pack and punch, baby. They're so good. Let me get one more bite in there, and I'll tell y'all what this is what it's tasting like. Right away, you got that spice from that Cajun seasoning. I remember we let this thing marinate overnight, so I mean, when I tell you it's packed with flavor, oh baby. Flavors of the bayou. Now, don't come for me, y'all, but I did not use bell pepper in the making of this recipe. I'm not really a fan of like bell peppers, not gonna lie to y'all, but like that's like the only thing that I left out that I was like, dang, I know they're gonna come for me. Talk about it's not authentic New Orleans because you didn't use the Holy Trinity. But I don't like green peppers. I'm sorry. I tried, but I really just don't like them. And I don't know whether or not substituting it for red bell pepper will make a difference, because I like red bell pepper, but I don't like green bell pepper like that. But if you guys like liver, or if you don't, still try this recipe. You could like omit the liver from the recipe all together and just use the sorry y'all, my earring is trying to slide out. You could omit the liver out of the recipe and just use the pork. But if you do like that, you know, little minerally, irony flavor that comes from the liver, then you'll definitely enjoy these Boudin Bites. Like always, I say, comment down below if you had this recipe, if you tried this recipe, or if you know someplace in the South. Like I said, I'm in the Tuscaloosa area, so if y'all know someplace that sells some great New Orleans cuisine, I do not mind traveling to go test it out for you guys, or like, you know, going to review restaurants, because I would definitely want to add that to this channel as well. And also just, you know, message your girl in comments. If y'all tried out this recipe, please drop some pictures. I'm going to start linking my social medias in the description box below and see if I could put it on the screen down there, something like that, so that y'all could, you know, message me on all of my social media outlets. As always, thank you guys for coming along this journey with me, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.